Good morning. I am Jair Chamorro, and this is the news for today. Washington Reuters. NATO can look at the possibility of the other Latin American states joining Colombia in becoming alliance partners, Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said on Wednesday while appearing to rule of US President Donald Trump's suggestions that Brazil could one day become a full member of the North Atlantic Security Body. Until 2017, NATO didn't have any partners in Latin America, and then in 2017, we got our first partner, which was Colombia, and to be close partner of NATO in something that is good for NATO and the partner country. The NATO leader told Reuters in an interview ahead of NATO ministerial meeting in Washington. So of course, it's a possibility to look into the possibility of have also other countries in Latin America become partners which then provides a platform, a framework for close political and practical cooperation, he says. At a joint White House news conference last month, Trump said he had told visit the far-right Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro he would designate Brazil a major non-NATO ally and possibility for further by supporting a campaign to make Brazil maybe a NATO only, something that would impede full membership of the North Atlantic Treaty organizations. NATO membership is currently limited to countries of Western Europe, Turkey, Canada, and the United States. Also, NATO partner countries include Australia and New Zealand, as well as European non-members Sweden and Finland. Asked if a country such as Brazil could become a member, Stoltenberg said, "No, partners are not members, but partners are very close partners. We work very closely with them, practically and politically, and that is a very good way to strengthen cooperation with NATO and countries that are not members of the alliance." Asked about Brazil becoming a partner, he said, "Well, someone has to propose in also to be a request from Brazil, but we just agreed with Colombia to make Colombia a close partner with NATO, and of course, in absolutely possible to have more partners in Latin America. But this has to be expressed wish from Latin America, and of course, it's something we have to discuss among the 29 allies." Early, Stoltenberg addressed in U.S. Congress and delivered an impressive defense of the partnership he called it the most successful alliance in history, which has often been the Trump since he took office in 2017. Colombia reached in an agreement in 2017 to become the only Latin American nation to join NATO as a global partner and relationship short of only status, which means it will not necessarily have to take part in collective military action. Other NATO global partners, apart from those mentioned by Stoltenberg, include Afghanistan, Iraq, Japan, South Korea, Mongolia, and Pakistan. In other news, today is the witness the birth of Colombia's largest river. The Magdalena River is Colombia's largest. By the time it reaches the Caribbean coast in the north, its water have traveled 950 miles from the river's birthplace. In order to see the birthplace of the majestic river, one has to travel all the way to the southern Huila province. It's there where the tiny currents coming down the Andes mountains join to form what will ultimately become the country's largest rivers. The Magdalena River is born from the midst of the Páramo de las Papas, exactly the place where also the Caqueta rivers, that ultimately joins the Amazon River to travel to Atlantic Ocean begins. Some 20 miles down, the mist from the Páramo has considered into drops that formed streams that over millennia have enriched the rocks to form the infant Magdalena. This point, called the Magdalene Strait, has been of major cultural and possibly religious importance from centuries. Close to the river lies the San Agustin Archaeological Park, where some status indicate that locals consider it the site sacred between 3,000 and 50,000 years old. The Magdalena River was a major trade route for both pre-Columbian civilization as well as Spanish conquistadors. Indigenous people successfully defended the spring of the Magdalena River until the second half of the 18th century, but were ultimately overrun. Their sacred sites near the Magdalena Strait have long since become a major tourist attraction, but the forests between the Páramo de las Papas and the lower plains long remaining a no-go area because of the FARC, the guerrilla group that demobilized in 2017. Fortunately, for San Agustin, peace has been restored in the area, allowing tourists to walk from the town to the strait and even higher up the mountains to witness the Colombia's largest and most important river. And now, in our sports section, first picture of WrestleMania 35 set ahead of biggest event in WWE history. WrestleMania 35 takes place at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on Sunday night and is WWE's biggest event. WrestleMania 35 is almost here, and work is in full swing to get MetLife Stadium ready for the showcase event. The 82,500 capacity of the stadium in New Jersey will be the center of the WWE Universe on Sunday night and is host its second WrestleMania. Pictures have now shown the construction of the ring and stage taking place in the middle of the pitch usually used for NFL games hosted by New York Jets or New York Giants. The stage covers the ring from any elements and also features a huge circular video screen on top to show footage to spectators in the upper tiers. A current entrance area shows the stage where competitors will make their spectacular entrance to the ring ready for the matches. There is huge excitement ahead of WrestleMania, which will be the first to have a women's main event as Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch battle for the WWE Raw and WWE SmackDown Women's Championships in a winner-takes-all match. There's also a huge WWE Universal Championships clash between Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins, plus Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston compete for the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns vs. Drew McIntyre, Samoa Joe vs. Rey Mysterio, Bobby Lashley vs. Finn Balor, and Shane McMahon vs. The Miz are amongst other huge matches. Kurt Angle is also facing his farewell against Baron Corbin, plus legends Triple H and Batista face off in a no-holds-barred match. WrestleMania 29 at MetLife Stadium drew in 8,676 fans and another huge attendance in excess of 800 supporters is expected again at the weekend. This is all. Thank you very much.